ebook starts with a great cover image. It must be eye-catching, sharp, and professional looking, and is one of the single most important factors in promoting the ebook selling online. After all, ebooks are simply digital content that's sold online. Our cover images are meticulously crafted and designed based on consultations with the author to coordinate themes, selection of images, font, and color rendition. Illustrations can be custom designed and added to enhance content and clarify text for use in printed editions. Cover images have to be designed to stand out, look good, and be legible in smaller size, known as a thumbnail. Thumbnails are used to display content on the internet for prospective buyers. Designing a cover image is not as simple as most people might think. You simply can't go out on the internet and cut and paste a bunch of pictures and graphs and put them together for your cover image. Images that you find on the internet, particularly the most interesting and striking ones, are typically copyrighted. The worst thing that could happen is you get a notification from Amazon or Barnes & Noble that they've suspended publication of your book for copyright violations because someone's filed a complaint citing you as using one of their copyrighted images in your book cover. Our graphics are custom designed from scratch, and the photographs we use are provided by the authors, either their personal photographs or photographs that they have the rights to. Sometimes we purchase photographs from commercial vending services, and we have the latest state-of-the-art equipment to take photographs on location, all to provide a hassle-free publication of your ebook. We can also videotape live events on location for infomercials like this. Let's take a look at how a basic graphic is designed from scratch. Shown here is some basic information that would be provided by a typical client. This information is fictional, but we can use it for illustrative purposes. The idea of a matrix comes to mind, so we'll start out with a blank screen, then add some dots or points to define two lines, one vertical, one horizontal, and notice that they cross in the center. Additional points are defined by dots that are evenly spaced around the perimeter of our graphic, and then straight lines are used to connect the dots. Although this looks okay, to make it more interesting, we've taken the center point and moved it up and to the left, and connected the dots again, however using curved lines that all go through this center point. The next step is to add a series of circular lines that radiate out from the offset center point to the outside edges of our graphic, which creates this very interesting web look. The text is then selected, the word matrix is added, the font is selected, and the text is wrapped around the graphic to match the circles. Then a third dimensional effect is used to raise the text. An additional layer is added. A rectangular box with offset shading is strategically placed around the graphic to highlight and offset the web. The graphic is then resized and fitted for placement on the book cover. The title and subtitle are strategically located on the cover, and a green line is added for balance and accent.